Good girl. Good job. That's my good girl. That's my good girl. Yes, it is.
New location again today.
Yes, a new location.
Every session she gets better with that state of mind. And this is the original drop-off where she was like barking from the car.
Yes. Yes, every time she was outside, she would be barking at everything, reacting to everything. Dogs, people. There we are. There we go.
Every time she's off track, correction, and then reposition.
Good, good girl.
So it really is a full-time job for the handler to hold her accountable
yes.
for that position.
This is the beginning of our walk, and like we talk about in the beginning, you want to tune the dog in, so you're going to take the opportunity to correct the mistakes as soon as you start the walk, then the rest of the walk is easier. And as she gets more experience doing this, it does, like you said, it's a full-time job. It is, but then all of a sudden, one day it just becomes really easy because you put the work in.
Yep.
And it doesn't become...
This was her biggest trigger.
Good girl.
Let's hang out here for a second.
She feels great. Good. He's got a big bark on him, that guy.
Big bark, he's on a tie back. She doesn't even care.
Good girl.
Why doesn't she care? She's prioritizing Josh.
Yes, she is, and her state of mind looks really, really good.
I'm sure she had a thought of like, what would happen right now if I barked and lunged? I'm gonna go against it.
And when I noticed her make a good choice,
Praise.
I said, good job.
Yep.
Right? One of the mistakes that's made with a lot of dogs is when the dog starts to become reactive, especially small dogs, towards other dogs or something, the owner tells the dog, it's okay, it's okay. And they kind of try to soothe the dog, which is just agreeing
with the
reactivity.
Yeah.
You're just praising the reactivity. So then you wonder why it just keeps getting worse. Because your soothing is actually just rewarding.
Crazy.
So you're agreeing, you're not disagreeing. You're using a soft tone saying, it's okay. Which is the same way we reward when we say, good job.
Yeah, and they don't understand English, so they're just hearing the tone.
Right, they just hear
and she's like, oh, you like when I do this.
Yes, or at the very least, you're okay with it.
Yeah. That was really good to walk by that barking dog. I'm so impressed.
I agree, very nice.
So now we're probably gonna run into more people, cars. We're on the main street now.
Yes, when we start the walk, I like to start somewhere less stimulating so we can get the dog tuned in and then make our way to a place with more going on once the dog's tuned in. And that's exactly what we did. We took the alley and now we're on the main street. Little correction there for position. The trick is, and it's very easy to apply to training, the trick is when she's out of position, if I feel her going out of position, I'm going to correct and then direct. And that's the pattern. So it's stim on the collar for the correction and then a tone on the collar for the direction because that tells her to heel. So if she goes out of position, I'm going to correct with stim and then I can tone, which tells her to get back into the heel position. She's doing really, really, really good.
Yeah.
There's a correction right there because she started to veer out. I corrected her there too. So, you know, I'm not necessarily every time hitting a correction then the tone. I'm only going to hit the tone if she can't figure out what to do. So a lot of the times if I feel her make a mistake, I'm just correcting. And that puts her right back into the position. If she were to have trouble finding the position, then I'd hit the tone, give her some direction. Good.
Wow. Amazing.
We'll hang out here for a minute and see how she responds to some of these trucks. Yeah. Good. Yeah. So as we were holding still here, she started to kind of turn around and look around and move around a little bit. That's when I shushed her and corrected her, and she put herself in a sit. See, now she gets to watch. Very good. We're gonna walk. Come on, baby. I hit the tone to put her back in heel.
There's another dog over there.
We're gonna wrap around, maybe walk by that dog, walk by some people. Here's a correction. You see that? I corrected for not being right next to my leg. Good girl.
Oh, he got in the car.
There's another correction right there.
That's all right.
It's a good girl. She's got a lot of knowledge on this command. You can see she really knows what she's supposed to be doing. Good girl. I can tell she doesn't have a lot of exposure to the world without being reactive to it. So
They
she's
completely
learning to
stopped
be able
walking her altogether.
Yeah, she's learning to more about the world because she's not reacting to it. She gets to just watch it. And the more she does that, the more she realizes the things she was nervous about, she doesn't have a reason to be nervous about it. Before, with the reaction, the reactivity, the dog is led to believe that her reactivity is what's keeping the world at bay. So if I bark, that's what's keeping the dog from coming up to me, or that's what's keeping the people from coming up to me. But that's not the truth, but that's what they think. Now she's realizing they were never, she just got a correction there too. She's in control, and she knows this. She's in control of whether or not she gets a correction. Right? They're not random. Good. But it's just a tap, it's literally just a tap with my finger. That's how easy it is to apply it. If I feel her going out of position, I just literally tap my finger on the stem, and that applies the correction. Very easy, very effective. It makes timing the correction very easy. Because before e-collars, you would have to rely on leash corrections, which were a little bit harder to time. It's a good girl. I like that she's sitting. I give her a pat. Good girl.
Doing pretty good.
Good girl. Good.
Doing amazing.
Okay, let's go. I tap my tone. Boom, she's out of, that was a correction for going in front. We'll just wait right here for the next person to walk out, and then we'll use them.
Good.
doing very well. I'm gonna keep walking here. Right about here. There we go. Very good.
Nice job.
Very nice. Yeah. It's good practice. Okay. Let's head up the street here.
Good job. Beautiful walk.
Yeah.